My name is Jamin Goecker. I'm an associate real estate broker in the state of Alaska, and my mission is to help you to build an intentional and significant legacy for yourself and your family by coaching you in real estate. And today, I'm actually very lucky to be joined by Lance, and he's going to be giving us our market update for what's going on in Chugiak. So, Lance, I'm going to let you go and take it away.
Thank you, Jamin. So, let's just dive into the Chugiak market. We're going to start with residential first. Year to date, this year we have 22 active listings in Chugiak, and last year in July we only had 21. So we've had a small increase, but it's relatively running about the same. But to put that into perspective, as you've heard, we've been dealing with an inventory shortage. If you go pre-pandemic levels in 2019, we had 84 active listings in Chugiak. All right, looking at sold units in Chugiak, this year we've had 11 closed sales in Chugiak, and last year we had 12 the same time frame last year. And 2020 we had 18, so it's a small sample size. Chugiak's a relatively small community, but there's still always sales happening in Chugiak. All right, looking at year-to-date average sales price in Chugiak. This is an interesting stat that kind of bucks the norm from what we're seeing in other areas. We're actually seeing a little bit of a depreciation. The average sales price for Chugiak is at $451,000, and last year was at $460,000. That seems a bit odd, but when really diving into it, I don't think there's been a depreciation in our market. It's just a small sample size. I know of one listing that really was mainly vacant land, but because there was a trailer on it, it counted in the residential section, and it really brought the values down because it's so well under what you would typically see a house or a residential house selling for in Chugiak. So due to the small sample size, one turd could really bring down the other property values. Be curious to know your thoughts. Please feel free in the comments section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. We're moving into condos in Chugiak. Truth be told, we really don't have much of a condominium market in Chugiak. It's a more rural area, so most people don't tend to want to live in Chugiak and live in a condo, and there really just isn't that many condos for sale. But currently we have 3 active condos for sale in Chugiak, and last year this same time frame we didn't have any, so we do have a little bit of an increase in condo inventory in Chugiak, which is kind of cool. Now looking at sold condos in Chugiak, we've had one sale this year. Last year, and actually in 2022 and 2021, we didn't have a single condo sale. And then the last time we had any sales, we had 2 back in 2020. Looking at condo sales and our condo sales prices, since we only had one condo sale, that price was $239,000. In 2022, they were selling for around $310,000. But since it's such a small sample size and we only have one to go off of, that's what you get. All right, moving away from condos, we're going to move into the multifamily active inventory in Chugiak. Again, there's not much to go off of as Chugiak tends to be a more rural community. There isn't many multifamilies, but there are some. Currently, there's 2 active multifamilies. When we are classifying multifamily, that's 2 duplex, triplex, fourplex typically. And so currently there's 2, and last year to date, we had 2 active multifamilies as well. So we're tracking about the same as in previous years. And when looking all the way back, the highest we've ever had during this time was back in July of 2017 when we only had 9. So not a huge market in Chugiak, but definitely something to take note in. And it's still a great place to purchase multifamily. All right, for multifamily units sold, there has not been a single sale in Chugiak year to date. However, good news is my real estate team does have one that is under contract right now, so we will have a fourplex that will show up here soon. So there is one that is under contract currently in Chugiak, but year to date there were no sales in July, and last year in 2022 there was one, and then the last time there were any sales in July goes all the way back to 2018 when there were 2 sales. For average sales price for multifamily in Chugiak is actually down quite a bit, but that does stem from the fact that there's such a small sample size. Really hasn't been that many sales, as I've discussed. The average sales price for 2023 is $367,000, which is down from 2022, which was $419,000, and the high was in 2021 at $533,000. Good news is I can tell you that the one that I know that is going to be closing here within the next month or so will bring that number up quite a bit. So as an investor, just to kind of keep in mind, the multifamily market in Chugiak is pretty cutthroat. There's not many available, and when a new multifamily does hit the market, there tends to be some strong competition and many times multiple offers that you'll be competing with. It's a good market. It's very strong, and it just has to do with basic supply and demand economics. All right, so as a summary for this market update in Chugiak, what does this mean for you as a buyer, whether you're an investor or looking to buy a multifamily, or you're a future home buyer that wants to buy a single family home for your family? Well, Chugiak, as you know, has very low inventory, much like a lot of places, but it's a smaller community. It's more rural. People love Chugiak. They like it because you tend to get a little more land, and you also tend to have a little more space to be able to have some privacy and kind of live that Alaskan dream that everybody wants. However, because the inventory is so low, it's some stiff competition out there. You need to be able to come in with strong offers and be prepared to be in a multiple offer situation, at least for the next several years, I think. I don't see, even with the higher interest rates, I really don't see much changing. We're still going to see appreciation in our market as the inventory is so low, and until the inventory, creeps back up, it's going to be a tough market, and we're still going to see appreciation in homes. So it's a good market, but really, if you're thinking about waiting to buy, I don't know that that's necessarily the right thing to do. Now is probably going to be the best time to buy, as a year from now, if you do decide to enter the market, you're probably going to be paying a lot more for your property than you would if you just bought the same property today. So this is your market update. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments, so feel free to comment in the section below, and hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy this information.